All right. So while we're still in this metagame, a few things of importance that Michael forgot. Listening back, uh, Saru and Steven, you both went unconscious in the last two episodes. Saru by way of the Beholder Door eye rays, and Steven by the strikes of the Phalanx's shield wall. In both of those moments, what I failed to remember was that each of you should have begun to hear the whispers. And upon both of you coming back to consciousness, much like Xerxes and Isabel, you would have felt that same strange presence in your mind. For Saru, this would have meant that he too would have come, more than likely, he too would have come to the same conclusion as Xerxes and Isabel about it being a mistake coming down here, etc., etc. But I forgot these things in the heat of those moments because, as always, it's a big fucking mess on this side of the screen. Though you can't tell with this beautiful background. But as it is, as I said earlier, the things are going to just have happened as they happened. I forgot these things in the moment. As we like to say, the hand is very far from the chess piece at this point. So there will be no retroactively applying anything. But I feel as though I should at least let you know that it should have happened in those moments. At this point, it's just meta knowledge for you. And story-wise, maybe in those moments, something happened in those very precise moments that your character was, for whatever reason, it had the mental fortitude to keep the whispers out of your mind. But who knows? Like I said earlier, this knowledge could be important down the line. It also could prove unimportant and not useful. What I'm basically trying to do is just put all of the cards on the table that you should have on the table.
Was it just a sin of omission that you just mentioned Saru would have come to the conclusion that it's good to leave? Is there a reason you didn't mention Steven?
Well, because Steven, it was during the timing. So Saru fell before you guys even went in there. So like he would have come to the conclusion at the same time Xerxes. He likely. I don't know 100%. It was roll based, but as you saw, the rolls, Isabel rolled really well and still did not pass. But it's possible. So likely Saru would have came to the conclusion at the same time. Steven was knocked unconscious at a much later, like in the middle of the fight, with the dwarven shield wall. So that is why I said that. The way I said it. So yeah, just some food for thought, maybe information for later. But everything happened as it happened. It's far too late. But cards are on the table. You should know all these things. All right, and without further ado, I'd like to just put out there that I thought you guys did a really good job of asking clarifying questions last week as I listened back, especially as you were finding yourself in places where you had to make tough decisions. And I just want to basically encourage you to keep asking those questions, keep doing this. Feel free to continue to ask more and more because, as I've stated many, many times, there are 8 of us on this call, and we all imagine things very differently. No matter what I describe, it all appears differently in everyone's mind. So ask those clarifying questions. I'll tell you if something is too meta or not for me to answer. Just lost my damn place. iPads, All right. So I'd like everyone to just kind of think over how we came to this place, this path that we took to get here. I'd like to think about how difficult it was to find and then to traverse it. The amount of quote unquote luck, for lack of a better term, that it took for you to get to exactly where you are now. And then how completely unexpected the last few encounters may have been. Um, you have not and will not ever be on Michael's magical railroad. Your decisions bring you to every pathway you find, and it's your decisions that drive this game, as I've said many times. This game is anything but linear, and please remember to not enter areas with foregone conclusions of what you may or may not find there. As we jump in, my friends, you are 1,500 feet below an ancient dragon's lair, just beyond the area once made famous by a dwarf of legend from the Age of Heroes, a long, long time ago. The descent to arrive here took you through a cavern filled to the brim with an astronomical amount of salt water, in the middle of a mountainous landscape far from any coast. You found the statue of this famous dwarf, Aegon Drake, in this now submerged, destroyed, and seemingly forgotten temple of sorts. You fought a very strange tentacled beast, one unidentified by your party, and triggered another strange and otherworldly trap, a door that grew 5 white eye-like orbs that mimicked the attacks and abilities of a beholder. And now you find yourselves in the cavernous halls beyond, taking refuge in Stephen's tiny hut. After dispatching a phalanx wall of Mountainheart sentinels, there was something about them seemed off. They spoke in unison. They repeated the same phrase over and over again as they came at you, almost mechanically, unemotionally. And they were unwilling to listen to your emphatic pleas. But you overcame. And then as you rested, you heard the same sounds that accompanied the previous dwarfs. And eventually, were greeted by yet another set of them. Though this time the phalanx wall were accompanied by a strange and otherworldly looking creature, one floating above them with a mixture of hanging tentacles and writhing eye stalks. In many ways, it resembled the door you had just passed through only 45 minutes before. But this one was no door. A beholderkin, that is for certain. But exactly what it is yet to be discovered. After the door swings open, the wall of dwarven sentinels lower their spears and begin to slowly march forward in the direction of your tiny hut. The beholder-like monstrosity just seems to float there for a moment, taking in the hallway, allowing the dwarven shield wall to begin to march ahead of it. As you all stand inside the hut, it is now time to let me know what it is you want to do, and from there I will let you know when initiative needs to be rolled. Let me move you over to the map. Shift click. You might have to zoom in, out. I'm not sure.
Can we have an Anna
Oh my god.
on our map too?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
can.
not there yet.
Yes, yes, yes.
We'll trade a camera rock for Anna every day.
Camera rock.
Maybe the camera rock's actually a fireball bead.
And it can be for our purposes.
Technically, it totally can be.
Um,
Oh,
Anna,
go ahead.
what kind of check would you like to see if she can figure out what that thing is?
Same check for Steven.
Let me look. Let me look.
I'm assuming Arcana, but you know.
I'm assuming the same thing, but let me pull some character sheets. Everybody good? Everybody can see?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. There is a light over by the door that is on a rock on the floor. Where are my boys here? Oh, there they are. Arcana check.
Good start.
Nice.
Haven't seen the rolls.
Get the rust out. Let's go, guys. Do some checks.
Wow, look at
dump
you
the
guys.
bad ones.
You don't know. It looks, like I said before, it is. I'm gonna shift click it so you can see it, because again, up close it's more horrifying. I feel like. It is obviously beholderkin. It looks like some kind of weird beholder, but there is something rather strange, maybe wrong about it, just from the immediate look as the doors swing open. And the shield wall is moving forward slowly.
Steven would, because I don't think we need a role play that we're going to fight, or the debate about fighting. Steven is going to cast, because when I cast a spell scroll, it does not take a spell slot, correct?
Correct.
All right, Steven is going to cast Protection from Evil and Good at the 3rd level. That can affect up to 4 creatures and was part of Yofun's bounty.
All right, just a few questions first, because I'm not familiar with the scrolls. It is on the wizard list, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, Anna has it.
And it is of a level you can cast.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Okay.
You're good.
So 4 people now have Protection from Evil and Good. Now, let me find it. I can drop it in the. So I can see.
Anna was going to cast it on herself.
Oh, well,
So there you go.
if you want to cast it on yourself, I was going to give you one of the 4 spots, but up to you.
Well, we got more than enough people. So
Okay. All right. Dvalin, Clavius, Saru, and Xerxes are now protected from evil and good.
I'm going to do blue dots. And then Anna is also casting it.
yeah, Anna cast it on herself.
Awesome.
And then
Anna's also going to take her potion of heroism.
Okay.
nice. No, he said these
not
are
quite
these
yet.
are free until we hit initiative. So
Yeah, every time basically a round passes, the shield wall is moving forward.
yeah, and that's what Steven's going to do. He's going to give you the fireball bead.
Yeah, as they are right now.
Meta-wise, before you do it, does anyone else want to do anything before basically Clavius is going to trigger initiative, it sounds like?
Is the thing, so just the shield wall's moving forward, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is Clavius outside? No, wait.
Yeah, hang on. Meta-wise,
wait.
I called that out. Meta, before you do anything, I asked if anyone else wanted to move.
Before anybody else steps out, because we may not have to kill the dwarves. Isabel, in character, would also propose that she could take out the eye, and if that's the thing that's controlling the dwarves, that's an option worth seeking, and it only takes one turn.
Go
So
for it.
it's either it works or it doesn't. Okay. Isabel will take off her shield and will remove her right glove. And will first take a deep breath and will step out of the shield wall or the dome not supposed to be mimicking my actual. And as she steps out, she'll begin to raise her right arm up into the air and utter some strange prayers in Celestial that I don't know. Does anybody else speak Celestial? I can't remember. Might sound like a little like gibberish Celestial. And as she's raising her arm, her hands begins to become enveloped in this inky black ooze with little beads of it dripping off into the water below. She holds it out straight and focuses on the beholder-like thing. And the light emanating from the rock on the floor dims briefly, and the space around it begins warping, kind of closing in as it looks to get smaller and smaller. Isabel focuses in even more. And from your perspective, from the party's perspective, they can't see it, but her eyes begin to fill in with the same inky oil that's covering her hand, leaving only the pale blue irises shining. And as the hallway darkens, the spell goes off. And Michael, can I spend, I think I saw this a few sessions ago, can I spend 2? I can spend 2?
You can spend 2. That's our max, but you can get a plus 10.
Minus 10 in it on its save.
Love it. Awesome. What's the save? Wiz?
Charisma.
Sorry, yeah, charisma.
Beautiful. Here's the charisma saving throw. And I will need everyone to roll for initiative. Oh, that's critical threat. That was a chorus right there. Oh wow! See, I rolled critical threat and see what happens. Some people crit.
You crit on the save?
No, I just.
Oh.
Some people crit on initiative. Which was pretty cool. All right. Well, I didn't. Oh, okay. This is the worst. My initiative doesn't work for these guys. For whatever fucking reason. All right, initiative.
Means they can't fight. It's the rules.
Them's the rules. 13. Everybody in? Great. Here comes the save. Cha, 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 cha. How's a negative number?
Very much fails.
Well, all right. You're marking rounds, or am I?
I can mark rounds.
Beaut. As Isabel points that way, and basically the tunnel vision darkens around this thing, there is a sudden, as it vanishes from sight, there is a sucking sound and it is just gone. And Anna, it is your go.
Anna's gonna move out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And can I do like a perception check to see the dwarves' eyes? Do they still look just as like?
Yeah, make a perception check.
See if anything's changed after that.
Sorry, I'll scroll down. From your current position, yeah, looking at them, they seem to be walking forward still with the same look in their eyes.
Anna will call out and say, I don't think that stopped them. That was amazing, Isabel. And with her bonus action, she will activate her blade song. And she will ready an action if one of the dwarves gets within 10 feet. She'll use her Talir strike.
Saru.
He's gonna run out next to Isabel. Is she still in that like same stance? Like, did she move after the thing disappeared, or is she still like arm outstretched?
Same stance.
Is there still black stuff on her hand and or dripping or anything?
Yes.
Okay. He's gonna run up to Isabel and be like, Isabel, what did you do? How did you do that? I don't understand, but hold on, but that was... and then he's gonna look at her hand and kind of look at the... Is it... It goes into the water. Is it, like, dissipating, or is it mixing in with the water?
So, am I muted? No. So the water is only like 6 inches deep on your. You guys are standing in it, so it's not very deep. But
No,
you mean like dripping?
The stuff dripping off her hand.
You tell me as well. Is it mixing into the water?
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Just kind of vanishing. I think it is just before it even hits the water.
Okay.
It's kind of just disappearing.
Okay, so seeing that, he wouldn't be as, why is she leaking? But, so he would basically see her, and then he would turn and look at the shieldy guys, and now that the pink thing is gone, he would yell over to the dwarfs, if that thing was controlling you, you guys can snap out of it now. We don't have to fight you. You don't have to fight us. And I'm assuming that.
You are answered with a call by 4 dwarves. You've made your choice. You've had your chance to leave. You've killed our brothers. You will die in Mountainheart. All 4 of them answering the same, a flat tone to their voice. Emotionless.
He will turn back to the group and look and go, well, at least that's something different. And he will back over there.
Fallen.
Fallen will look at Clavius and say, if it sounded like that, you'd think I was already dead. And he'll charge forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take up a stance with his axe and shield here.
Sorry, I'm getting into the sandbox, making sure it's working. Butte, anything else to phone?
Nope.
There it is.
You guys are gonna make me Han shot first, huh? That's what we've done.
Well, if anybody's gonna shoot first, it can literally only be you.
This is
Nobody
true.
else can shoot.
He's taking aim at the guy directly in front of him.
Love it.
I don't know why it's coming through twice like that. That's weird.
Yeah, it says like bullets left 37, bullets left 37. That is weird. Very strange. Well, the 16, you see it like hurtling towards this dude's head, and then the shield wall all raises their shield kind of at the same time, as they have small bonuses to their AC, and that will not hit. And the 18 meets their AC. At least meets his AC. And that one does get through.
Cool.
Cool.
Then he will step backward back in,
Love it.
as strategy suggested earlier this week.
Clavius. Yep. Yeah. Pretty sure. Hey. Look at that guy using the macro and everything.
Fire when ready. Stephen would say, as far as you can away from Isabel. Foot radius.
I was say Anna's 25 away. Actually, Anna's 30.
Yeah, you'll be hitting where that creature was. Okay.
Meta-wise,
No,
you shouldn't
no.
have to worry about it.
No, you won't actually. 20 feet, you'll be hitting like right before. The flames will basically lick up against Anna and lick up against where that creature
I was gonna say, if you threw the bead basically right there, you'd be fine.
That would hit Anna. You'd want it one back, but
Yeah, one of these two spots, there or there, there
this is good.
or there, and you're good.
Eight d6, and what's my
It's my save, and I can go. It's my. I can just roll it will because I've got the.
if you're not throwing it, it won't be your save.
Ooh, are you sure? I thought I read that it's my save regardless.
But it's
No,
you're not attuned to it, and you didn't make it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you are.
I'll have to check.
It'd be low then.
Between 13 and 15.
Yeah. What is the thing? Necklace of Fireballs?
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's not an attunement item.
No, you're right.
So it's whoever's throwing it. The B, oh well, see, is this the same as the one in, now I have to look at ours and see if I wrote it differently. Oh, it's just a regular necklace of fireballs, right? There's no, or is it in Stevens?
You never made a card for it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so the save is 15 because that is what it says in the thing. The bead detonates at 3rd level, save DC 15.
Cool.
Boom. So 15 is my save.
That's good damage.
That's good damo. Here come the saves. We're just going down the top to bottom. How you like them apples? 2 saves, 2 fails. Beautiful. 33. All right.
Hey, Michael.
Yo.
I don't want to ruin my own good fortune, but is that second guy supposed to be bloodied?
Yes.
Is he-
Nate
Oh, Xerxes shot him. Xerxes shot him.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We
Xerxes
have
shot. No, it's always good to check. Sometimes things happen. I never know what's going on Roll20. Sometimes I forget to make you guys hear whispers. Anything else, Clavius? Isabel.
After the mind witness disappears, her hand snaps back, holding it close to her chest, kind of trying to guard her concentration. And then she will, with her mouth, take off her other glove. And that hand, too, will begin to turn inky black. As she reaches out towards the same Phalanx 1 Xerxes shot, and a hand, an inky black hand, appears in front of it, and she does a quick flourish, showing that like it mimics her hand, and then she tries to push it into it.
Oh boy. What's my save?
It's not a save, it's an attack.
Oh, 23 to hit. Yeah, that'll hit.
The hand just gently goes into the dwarf. And then you see Isabel's hand sort of grasp and clasp at something. And she will back up to the edge of the dome.
You all notice, if those of you behind her especially, I mean those of you in front of her note as well, that the light at the end of the hallway in these moments just kind of like shudders a bit, flickers. Steven, it is your go.
So I don't think this is too meta because it's a wizard spell, and Steven almost took this spell, this last level up. So Steven, I think Steven understands what happened. Is that fair to say? With the banishment, do you want me to make a roll, Michael?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah. Looked like banishment.
Yeah. Pretty confident. That roll, I would hope. So Steven, knowing that, would say to Clavius, and then kind of, like he would say this, then he would kind of shout it: "Protect Isabel at all costs. She is keeping the thing away from us." Steven has noticed how great and encouraging Saru has been, and be like, "Great shot, Xerxes, you got this. Like, keep going." And that is literally the only, and naturally here comes the wizard inspiration die.
Yeah.
And that's Steven's
It's a-
entire turn.
It turns out it's a D0, but
Hey, that
he is trying.
he can roll. He can roll. You can roll a D0.
Yeah,
Um,
he is trying.
Yep.
He's like, oh
And-
shit, Saru seems to really be encouraging these guys.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. So he would have said to everyone, protect Isabel at all costs, and you're doing great. And that's his turn. Unless anyone has any meta suggestions on something the wizard can do trapped inside the magical hut.
I think you're good.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Anna, the shield wall comes into your range.
All right, she'll hit the one. She'll attack the one directly in front of her.
Lit. Oh yeah. Those will hit. Very, very good. Very good damage. On your second strike, you are able to run through the dwarf in front of you. The rest of them move forward. Awesome. Okay. The lowest guy on the totem pole. I guess I'll just go in order. Yeah. All right. Lowest guy on the totem pole will shield bash Anna with his first attack. A 10 does not hit. And then he will long spear her for 23. 13 points of damage. 13 points of damage. The second will shield bash Anna. Another 10, which means his second attack will likely be a 23 or a 9. Missing. And then the last will make 2 long spear attacks against Fallen. Fump with a 9 and Fump with a 13. Clanging off of his armor. And it is on his go.
Anna will take 2 damage to herself to get some lightning going. And she will be able to find that on her character sheet. And she will start attacking the one that hit her to her south.
That'll hit. That'll also hit. The first strike will do him in.
Okay.
So if you want to move the second strike to the upper.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That will hit. And get really close. But he is still up.
That's your turn.
Stand put? All right. Saru. You see Anna take one of them down.
I'm going to... I'm gonna move in front of Isabel. and hold an action for if one of them get in range. Uh, uh, get within 10 feet.
Casting a spell.
No.
Beautiful. Swallow.
Owen will move through the enemy space to here.
You can't move through an enemy space.
Then he will go to here, and to here, and to here. And
You
to
can't
here.
do that. Yep, you can do that.
And he shouldn't have been outside any range, I think.
No, yeah, you're good. You're already inside the range.
Beautiful. Swinging once at the guy in between Anna. That's a bummer.
Niner.
And
Just-
swinging twice.
Just wanted to be a 9. Yeah, that'll do it. And that will take him. Ugh. Oh, please.
That's him.
Is it showing Dvalin as in the same square as that dwarf for anyone else, or is that just my roll 20?
No, I see where he's at.
He's behind it.
You might need a refresh. He's
Yeah.
right. He's right behind him. Yeah. All right, Xerxes.
I'm gonna shoot him twice.
Fires and missiles.
Yeah, I mean,
Why didn't take a nap?
boo, yay.
Yeah, the first one obviously misses. The second, however, strikes him right over the shield, right below the helmet, right in between the eyes, and for 9 points of damage, takes him out of the combat. And we will take our 8:05 break. We will stay in rounds, as rounds may or may not matter. We'll find out. Well, hello there, my friends. We all back
Mr.
already?
Rogers?
Want to be my neighbor? Xerxes, was there anything else you wanted to do on your turn? As I see, we're all
Just
here. Ready to go.
blows the smoke away from the muzzle. That's it.
Classic Xerxes. Flavius. Punch Xerxes in the head. Awesome. What are you going to say?
Excellent timing.
25 words, my friend. Oh, awesome.
Before the break, but it's fine.
Nice.
We had to do
I've
it in
got
turn order,
plenty
Nick.
of time between Balin's turn. We don't know where Arthur is in the turn order.
Yeah, we don't know where Arthur is in the turn order.
That's fine. He doesn't instant respond.
You don't know that?
Or maybe I don't know. He
That's
doesn't
true.
have
He
to,
could
I
just
guess.
send it to voicemail.
He has an auto response that eats up like 12 words.
I don't even remember what that
Yeah,
is.
just hanging with your phone.
I think they have a BFF's
18.
feat where the two of them are like, best friends forever. They can just telepathically communicate instantly.
They're writing a sitcom.
Exactly.
Making me dive in my email real quick. Oh, no worries. Just curious about things. Where things left off.
Michael, would you prefer I text you or private chat you in this?
Either way.
I'll text you so I don't fuck up and send a message. Don't private chat.
Yeah. We'll hit you back with that message soon there. I'm just trying to check on what day it is for Arthur. So many emails, Nick. There are so many emails.
I'll answer on my turn. Since I'm next.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Give me 3 seconds.
Find it. Yeah. I was doing math with the days.
Beautiful. So we'll get Arthur's response shortly. Isabel.
Isabel will answer Claudius. We have about a minute before it either is gone or it comes back. And the inky hand that went into the dwarf will rise out of it, clenched, and when Isabel opens her hand, you can see this little pulpy pile of flesh drop onto the floor into the water.
Oh.
And she relaxes her left hand and the void, the black ink disappears after a moment. And she'll step inside the dome.
And she?
Okay.
I was like, didn't we say magic can't leave the dome?
She can step inside.
And just maintain concentration?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
that she started it out there. I think it's. I don't think that breaks anything.
Cool.
And
Actually, she wouldn't step in because in case it's released, it
Sure.
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
She doesn't know if it'll be. Is it? It might be released where.
I don't think it would if you step in.
It'll
and
reappear
also-
where it was.
Where it was. That's right.
Yeah.
She'll stay outside. Actually.
Beep. Steve-O.
Did we lose Isabel's light at the end of the corridor?
Did ya?
It looks like. I thought.
Yeah, it does.
There's light somewhere.
Yeah, there should be.
No, I meant like I see the hallway's illuminated for me. For
I
some reason.
bet one of the light is underneath the wall.
Oh, nice. Okay.
How's
Yeah,
it-
I just
how you like
remember.
that? The light marched forward with the wall.
Nice.
That's funny.
Is that door open?
It is. It is like it was open and it like was closing behind them. So
Okay,
it's
gotcha. So
it's like
it's
closed.
closed.
It looks closed at this
Yep.
point.
Okay. No, that's cool.
I mean,
Steven,
when it was open, like there was some amount of backlighting to them. Like it wasn't completely dark behind them.
Can I make a history check to see if I noticed anything?
Um,
I'm just looking for something to do on my turn, Michael. All right. 'Cause
You can-
Steven's got.
make a perception check at disadvantage because I didn't say that you could see in earlier. but make a perception check at disadvantage for reasons that you don't necessarily know. Yeah, you can't. All you remember seeing was just kind of this dull light,
Okay.
kind of backlighting them, but you were more focused on the creature.
Seems reasonable.
Anything else you want to do in the old dome?
He's gonna hand out another wizard's inspiration die. You're doing great, Isabel. Keep going. Keep concentrating. There you go.
Nice. That was me waving at your mom, Nate. Just saw her for like a split second.
She didn't know we were on camera.
Yeah, I saw her see it and was like immediately like, oh, gotta get out of there. Anna, it is your go.
It is Anna's go. So Anna will... And the door is like right here.
Right at the very end of the... it looks like stone.
Alright. Just stop. Oh, I see it now. It was covered up by the burner trigger. I should just move out of the way. That's her turn. Not gonna double move though.
Beautiful. Sir.
Holding action in case that thing pops up, not a spell, and kind of ready in a stance, still protecting Isabel.
Awesome. Bomb.
Dvalin will move to here. That's all he's got.
Xerxes.
Xerxes reloads and will also ready in action in case it shows up to shoot it in its big fat eye.
Love it. Targeting. Nice. Clavius. Look at this guy making me go into the old settings. Torch is 2020, right? Someone confirm that.
I think so.
Let's see if I remember how to do this. All right, so 20, 40. I think I fixed it. Does that work?
I mean, it worked.
I think yeah. I think that looks
Yeah, it
about
did.
right.
It lit up.
All
Yeah,
right.
it lit up.
So last time I was doing it completely wrong because I was doing it the old way. Isabel.
Isabel, her eyes still tense and focused, just kind of staring ahead, but otherwise does nothing.
Dome Wizard.
Go, team, go. Hold the concentration. You're doing great. Keep fighting.
Anna,
Stay vigilant.
Roll your D0. Inspiration die.
Gladly. Let's see if the advanced dice roller lets me.
I hope
No,
it does.
it won't
I
let
so
me do
hope it does.
So-
It
this-
won't let me do a custom number. This is bullshit.
Is this
Roll
door?
20.
Is it just like a big stone wall, basically?
Yeah, massive stone door with a seam right down the center. It like opened outward or out like towards you when it opened. Or no, it opened inward. Apologies. No, it definitely opened outward. I'm a liar. It opened towards you.
Okay, so if I was going to open it again, if I was somehow going to be able to open it again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to move out of the way.
Yeah, or like just pull it back. It's big.
But it's got a seam.
In the center, yeah.
in the center.
Hmm.
Is it something like I could pathetically get my fingers into?
Possibly, yeah.
Sure, why not? Let's try the dumbest strength check of all time.
Strength check, baby. See what happens. Never know.
The
Did you roll a d20 or did you roll a wizard?
I rolled a
That-
wizard.
That was the wizard inspiration die. Nice.
I found it.
The way it's shut.
So I know.
It's
Well,
shut.
limply
Yeah,
move back 10 feet and enter movement.
it does not budge. Saru.
No change. Same thing. Ready action. Protecting Isabel. Kind of taking cues from anybody else to see if anybody else moves or what's not. Or gives the all clear either way.
On. Hey. Did you even change your name so it said Arthur? Wow. What a fucking professional.
Thoughts and the prayers is the best part.
Did you really type that out as an accent?
Yeah, he typed it out as an accent and he changed his name to Arthur. Fucking like a
You should read
fucking
my
professional.
emails.
Oh my god, yeah, you should have out of game emails with Arthur because it's like you just hear him as you read it. P.S. Thoughts and prayers. You can feel that in the sentiment.
P.S. Don't get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Dwalin will.
Or do. It's fine, Nate.
Yeah,
Totally
too
fine.
late. It's
Nothing's
fine.
wrong. Everything's fine. So Clavius, yeah, you got that response immediately. Not this many rounds later because of reasons. It is Dvalin's go. Dvalin stabs Xerxes with his axe. Is that it?
I feel like your goal would be to... Never mind. Xerxes, I don't feel like it should be your target right now.
Fair enough.
He hits Isabel and breaks her concentration.
Right. I wanted to kill it!
I'm also a dwarf for Mountainheart.
Dvalin's not doing anything.
Nothing new. Xerxes.
Can I do a check of some kind if I know how these doors typically opened in Mountainheart?
Yes, you can.
What would you like, sir?
Roll Tinker since you just saw this door open.
Ooh, I like rolling Tinker.
Yeah. Hey. So the way that you saw this door kind of open and shut, you don't think with that roll, you don't think that this door is locked. You get the general idea that this door can be opened, just like pulled open. It just looks kind of heavy. Maybe Anna just got a really bad grasp on it, slipped. It is wet in here, you know.
Maybe she was pushing.
Yeah, Anna was pushing.
Have you ever seen that I Think You Should Leave skit where the guy is pushing the wrong way and breaks the door? The guy's like,
No, but
it doesn't go
I
that
love
way.
the
He's like,
idea.
no, I've seen it. It goes
Oh,
both
yeah.
ways. And it just is just breaking the door. I'll send it to you guys later.
Good.
Okay, he'll just relay that and say, you know, if we had with a little help, she might be able to do it. And he'll kind of chuckle to himself and offer no help.
Love it. Clavius. Una mas. Awesome. It is a heavy crossbow. Feel free to drag that onto your character sheet. from the compendium. It'll work perfectly. Fair enough. Isabel.
Sure. Isabel will just turn around and enter the dome. That's it.
Steve-O.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Unless we want the hut dropped and Steven doing something else. Anyone? Yeah, cool. Nothing.
Anna.
Anna will do nothing. I guess she'll ready in action to fight things if things appear.
Beautiful. Saru.
I feel like if Isabel was back in the bubble, he would start going towards the door. Since Xerxes kind of made the comment of maybe we can open it with help.
Sure.
Seeing that Anna was trying to do it earlier. So he will go there. He will still have an action ready, an attack ready if that thing shows up. Keeping his guard up, but feels confident that Isabel is protected with the people behind them and or in the bubble.
Oh. Fallen?
Fallen will double move. And get all the way to here.
Nice.
That's what speed do.
That's what speed do. Xerxes.
Ready in action to shoot that thing in its big fat eye. And he'll just kind of yell out, make sure you put your back into it.
Clavius. You want the other crossbow?
Burn it.
Isabel.
Isabel looks briefly at Stephen. Her right arm, and eyes still covered in the inky stuff, and will turn around, looking out of the hut towards where the thing might appear.
By my estimation, about 30 seconds has passed since it vanished. Steven. Hutting it up.
Don't open the door. Why are you doing that? There you go. I didn't know.
Anna.
Ready in action. Fight anything.
Saru.
Except for Dvalin.
Fight Dvalin when he gets into 10 feet. Just a quick spar. It's fine.
Next.
Did you move? Oh, great.
Yeah, I just moved.
Dvalin.
Are we really doing this? Yes, we are. He'll get to the door.
Follow that cat.
Attempt to open it.
Strength check or athletics. Athletics, strength. I'd go strength.
So not athletics.
You know, you could use athletics. It's fine.
You're too
It's fine. It's fine.
Come on, Bay.
Something tells me it wouldn't have done anything for Anna. So a 15, you say.
No, I wouldn't have done shit for Anna.
15, you say. The door starts to pull open.
Oh, hurrah.
Oh, hurrah. The door pulls open ever so slowly. And those of you nearest Valen, Saru, Anna can see. Those of you that are far away can also see into this room, but for you it looks a little different. But the space inside looks immense on immediate. And it is just this dull, whitish, pinkish fog that you're seeing. And you realize that the light that you saw backlighting them was just this like fog that was kind of this whitish color illuminating behind these guys. So Xerxes, Isabel, Clavius, Stephen, basically all you can see is this kind of like wall of this whitish, pinkish fog, just kind of illuminated from somewhere within, almost phosphorescent. It's very difficult for you guys to make anything out from where you are. Dvalin, Saru, and Anna, you can see a little more clearly as you're this close. Dvalin especially. The room is cylindrical in nature. At least 100 feet across, as far as you can tell, Dvalin. It's dark, but like I said, it's illuminated by some sort of phosphorescent, pinkish, purplish, bluish lights. And as you're standing there at a ledge, there is no floor beyond you. You look down, you can see maybe 300 feet. You look up, you can see nearly 300 feet. In this low light, for some reason, you're able to see much further than you regularly would in this strange, almost like ultraviolet spectrum of lights. Looking up or down, Dvalin, you are greeted with essentially the same thing. Nearly 300 feet of vertical space. As this structure, this rounded tower-like structure, both descends and ascends into what could be this mist-shrouded oblivion. As you look up and look down, that 300 feet mark is when this like mist is just kind of completely obscuring your vision. And it is the same obscuration as what Xerxes, Isabel, Clavius, and Stephen see from so far away. They just see this kind of wall of this pinkish white mist. You being so close, looking up or down, you see almost everything within that space, that 600 feet of vertical space. The walls, Valen, are carved of some kind of dark stone blocks, but they are obscured by these strange ovular, almost egg-like ornaments. Smooth, cloudy white spheroids that are about 8 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet across. Just these elongated, egg-shaped, smooth, rounded things. They are spaced apart evenly, about 5 feet from one another, and they fill the walls of this place as far up and down as your eyes can see before the whitish pinkish mist obscures your view. There are thousands upon thousands of these strange, large, elongated spheres. And that's what you see when you open the door.
Does the water rush past my feet or anything?
The water that is on the floor does not move. It just butts up against the door and just stays there against the opening. Looks like it should be cascading in a waterfall, but it does not.
That's his turn.
Xerxes, The doors are now open, and you can see this shroud of whitish, pinkish mist like clouds. It's just completely obscuring your view into the room, but you can tell the room is immense.
Ignoring that for now, he just exclaims, "There's that famed dwarven strength. Well done. Way to lift with your legs." And he just readies an action to shoot an eyeball.
Clavis. Isabel.
Does nothing.
Steven.
Okay, we looked in. Can we shut the door now? That's all I got.
Anna.
Anna wants to. Can I see what, like, sort of the level that Devon can see, or do I need to be a little closer?
Yeah, you'd have to get to the edge to be able to see the verticals, but as you're as close as you are able to kind of see the circular nature of the room, the walls.
And those. Anna wants to do like a check on the eggs in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not eggs, but that's what she thinks they are. So, investigation.
Investigation. So there are, if you'd like to just be looking at them, you can. There are eggs. I'm going to just call them that for now. As you're standing at the ledge, and this is a circular room, about 5 feet from either side, there are these massive 8-foot eggs that you could investigate if you wanted to investigate, perceive if you want to just look, investigate if you want to kind of like really get in there and try to focus on them. It'd be difficult to reach them outright without help, probably, but it's kind of up to you which one you want to roll at this point.
Is there anything, maybe Anna can do like a nature check? Is there anything that this even like vaguely resembles? Like a blown up like spider?
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
She's just like, what could possibly cause it?
Yeah. So immediately as you take in the room, you note their like positioning and how exact all the placement is. It's so ordered. It's so orderly in here. And then looking at them, they don't look natural at all. In any form of the natural world, this brings you no feeling of this is something of nature. Doesn't remind you of spiders or anything like that, especially as you just went through the spider tunnels. That was much more chaotic. But this is all very orderly. And that's almost unsettling, especially with the amount that you can see. I mean, thousands as far as the eye can see.
Anna will turn to Dvalin and Saru and be like, and it's a straight cliff down, right?
Yeah, you just
like
essentially
over, and it's like just straight down.
Yeah, it's if this is a wizard's tower, like you are walking in and it is just there are no floors as far as you can tell. 300 feet into mist, and then looking up 300 more feet into mist. So who knows how much further it goes down or up.
I don't know. We'll use the rest of her movement to take a couple steps back and be like, I don't know what's in there. That doesn't look natural at all. Something is being born there, and I don't think we want to find out what thousands of things are being born. This might be too much for us. Maul and I might want to shut the door, and then she'll end her turn there.
True.
I will go opposite of Anna. Still ready the action just in case the pink thing comes back. And then I'll just mention to Anna and Dvalin and say if we wanted to investigate further, I could maybe climb up on the wall and get to one of the eggs, or together we could team up and use one of the eggs, the whatever you want to call them, spherical things, but ovoid objects. But if you're that concerned, then yeah, we should definitely bring it up with the group. But let's wait until we figure out what if we're pseudo safe, and leave it at that.
Fallen.
Closes the door.
Door shut.
And starts boogieing back towards the tent.
Xerxes.
Still readying the action.
Clavis. Isabel.
Still staring intently forward.
Steven.
Let's out a big sigh of relief that the door is closed.
Yana will shake her head and look at her and be like, I don't know what that is, but I don't really want to investigate to find out either. She'll do it, double move.
Through.
Move there. That's it.
Fallen.
You all run so much faster than me.
Little dwarven legs.
Stupid little legs.
It gets to there.
Xerxes.
Same.
I assume Xerxes, Clavis, Isabel, Steven, all the same.
Yeah, except she's staring over Dwarf's head.
Nice. Yeah. Anna.
No, just step back in the hut.
Awesome. Saru.
And we're waiting.
Fallen.
Excuse me. Hit.
All right. Any changes? All right. 6 more seconds until a minute is up.
About to confirm that.
What?
So I was about to ask, like, I'm on. I was about to,
Yeah,
just
I
wanted to
think
confirm.
I think we're there. Anna, anything this round?
Nope.
Saru.
I think I'll go back in the bubble.
Fallen.
Right here.
Xerxes.
Still readying that action. I'm looking forward to taking that eye ray for everybody.
Clavius. I mean, it's loaded for the sake of it, but the loading, you have to load it. It won't affect you unless you want to take 2 shots with it. So unless you want to unleash incarnation, then you'd have to load on your second attack, basically. Yeah, so... Levin? Isabel?
Nada.
Anna? Steven?
Rid the Enterprise, prepare for imminent departure.
And at that... a creature suddenly appears. Xerxes, you may fire when ready.
Is it double or just one?
Excuse me?
Like, can I shoot twice or just once?
You can shoot twice.
Okay. I will do that.
You can use your action, which is attack, and attack action is 2 shots. They will both hit.
I like seeing that 15 hit.
It's nice, huh?
That's nice. That's real nice.
2 shots ring out, slamming into the fleshy surface of this strange beholder-like monster. And a couple things are going to happen. Couple things are going to happen. Let me just roll some things. Okay. Unluckily for Xerxes, the shadow is not considered a creature. It cannot be targeted. Xerxes, I need a charisma saving throw.
Are you sure?
+1 to whatever he rolls.
Ah, that aura.
You also should have advantage because the protection from evil and good is 10 minutes.
Hey, there you go. There you go. So a 12 and an 18. An 18
could do it.
will pass.
I'm very charismatic. It's canon.
The first IRA has no effect. The second, it's a 5. Constitution saving throw.
Same deal.
I believe so.
Yep, advantage.
+1.
All right, so when I'm reading protection from evil and good, the target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws
You're right.
against the relevant effect. So it's only against charmed, frightened, or possession.
Yeah. So if that was not a charm on the first one, it won't take effect. But the second Constitution almost certainly will.
All right. So let me just. Sorry, had to read the old spell there. So Xerxes the first is not a effect that is affected by that. So the 12 will actually fail on its aversion ray. There's that. The targeted creature must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls for 1 minute. The target can repeat the save at the end of its turn. So currently you have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving at the end of your turn. The second is a Constitution save. A 14 will pass. A 15 will pass with the +1. And the third is a 2. Wisdom saving throw for the third. As you were slammed with 3 eye rays.
You sure, like, not intelligence or dex?
13 meets. So you will save, and there is no effect on that. And then it will move. Let's see. We'll move here. That is its turn. And it is Anna's go.
Anna will drop her Talir, bonus action, pull out her longbow, and fire 2 shots. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
The second will hit. I have to make sure you can shoot out of the hut. I think you can.
I thought I could. I was reading it earlier, but
I think he can, but there's also no downside into, literally stepping out, firing, and firing back in.
Had I known that, I wouldn't have stood out there like an idiot. I assumed I had to be out there.
I mean, there's a chance that it might have readied an action or something
Sure.
and used it when somebody stepped out.
Yeah, I guess it turns into semantics because basically if Anna wasn't inside the hut when it was created, then her objects wouldn't be able to pass through it, but that's kind of silly. So yeah, it looks as though you can fire through it as far as I can tell.
cool. That's what I thought too. Oh, I forgot to. Never mind. I still don't know if it would hit. I forgot to turn on her fighting style for archery, so it should be 14, not 12.
Still miss.
Cool. All right, that's her turn.
Butte. Sir.
So it's my turn. If I turn around and look at everybody in the bubble, what is everybody's facial expressions?
Thank you, Nick.
I missed it.
It's very good.
Basically, trying to get a feel of are
Got a little
people like
you got a little robot-y there, Bartlett. I don't know if you want to try to push your little thing in. Sometimes that does it. I think that did it last time. Just FYI.
Basically, I'm just trying to get a feel of are people preparing to fight? Obviously, Anna and Xerxes just shot.
Yep.
Just kind of a we doing this right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only choice. Steven would tell you can go out and cast and then come back in.
All right. is going to. Can I? I need to think. I just don't know how I want to do it. Um, he would step out. And he is going to. So. He's going to put a hand towards the pink thing, and he's going to look back at his friends, and he's going to put a hand on the wall, or at least the wall will be anyway, because I'm assuming it would just go through it. And he is going to mutter kind of under his breath something that maybe Isabel would hear, but it's not anything pronounced or loud. And if that comes into play later, I will tell Isabel what it was. And then he's just going to stare at the pink thing and yell, "That's far enough." And pray to God Michael doesn't roll well on a wisdom saving throw.
I'm known to roll hot on saving throws. Hey! It is
That'll
slow.
do it.
You also time around a creature,
So-
blah, blah, blah.
It's half speed, -2 to AC,
Awesome.
-2 on dexterity throws. You
No
can't use
reactions.
reactions. You only get one action or one bonus action.
Action
Either
or
or.
bonus action, not both, regardless of the creature's abilities or magic item. It can't make more than one melee or ranged attack. If the creature attempts to cast a spell, with the casting time of one action, roll a d20. Action. Beautiful. Dope. Dope. It is slowed.
Great spell, Barlet.
Anything else, Saru?
That's concentration. So I would go. Let's see.
Michael established you can retreat into the hut. now
Right.
if
No,
you
I was
want.
I was trying to figure out. Okay, yeah, Xerxes isn't frozen. He's just disadvantage on attacks.
Not fearless.
Yeah, he will go back. He'd go there. And that's his turn.
Well,
It's been good, lads. See you on the other side, but not much good at distance. He will shout his cry and charge
There's a
forward.
crossbow over there.
dope.
And
Oh, hell yeah.
God.
That's a dwarven charge right there, baby. Let's go.
That's the
Yeah.
speediest dwarf I've ever seen.
Xerxes.
Well, I want to provide Dvalin cover fire, obviously. Am I cool from here to do so? Do I need to move to get a clearer shot?
It's floating above him, so you're good.
I'm good.
very short.
Especially with his dwarven form, yeah.
Well, let's shoot twice at disadvantage.
Yeah. That disadvantage. Those will both miss. The aversion ray
Reroll your saving throw.
working its shit.
Was that the charisma one?
Charisma, yeah. Straight up.
Whew.
Aversion continues.
Still averted.
Still averted.
Well, I'm gonna sheepishly just go back into the hut.
Clavius. Knife. Tis. Not gonna do it. Classic Clavius with a crossbow. Isabel.
The concentration on the spell over and the creature returning. She unclenches her right fist and reaches out, creating the inky black hand next to the mind witness, attempting to attack it.
That will hit.
After she stepped out, of course.
Of course. I assumed as much.
Yeah. And then, as a bonus action, a item, sorry. She will raise up her left hand and a thin, narrow, long pane of glass-like looking thing will appear next to the creature and will attempt to swipe at it.
Nope. This is all I have. Oh wow, that doesn't. You could not see that.
Attempt to confirm.
Can you see this? Oh, I can't even see it. Sorry, I was trying to put a thing out there, but literally everyone I find is transparent. Yes, absolutely. Confirm that shit.
Okay.
Magic. A magic. Oh no.
Hey,
Spell.
first night doing damage, and I get a.
Yeah. A spell
Crushing
crit.
damage right now.
Roll damage is normal, and the target is stunned until the end of your next turn. Intelligence negates. The confirmation roll is a 19 in intelligence. Woo! Woo! All right, intelligence save. It does have an intelligence save, so there's that. 19 is the DC. 11. The target is stunned. Huge.
And Isabel will stand confidently outside of the dome.
Fucking bad ass shit. Let me give it its damage.
How did we manage to get better at range?
Well, you added an Isabel that is making attack rolls. Steven.
So, since we've now established that we can fire from the hut, Steven is going to go ahead and pull out the...
The old trusty crossbow.
Yup, you nailed it.
Question.
I don't know why I put disadvantage on that, but
Did Clavius have your crossbow?
I think he did.
no.
Okay.
I offered it to Xerxes, and he refused it.
Clavius had his own crossbow that he left.
Yes, if I recall correctly. I
Great.
believe, Clavius, you're nodding? Yeah, okay, I'm pretty good, because I offered it to
Great.
Clavius. and
Just wanted to make sure.
Xerxes. No, yeah, no, because I was thinking about that.
So I remember
Xerxes
there's
was like,
one
no, I'm
crossbow at the
good.
bottom of that
Yeah.
beautiful. Bup, bup, bup. The attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Oh, you already rolled advantage. It should have been a 24.
24.
Beautiful.
I don't know why I was on disadvantage.
That'll hit. Beautiful. Anything else, Steven?
Nope.
It is stunned. Nothing it can do until the end of Isabel's next turn. Anna. Oh yeah, those will both hit.
Some really good bless rolls on there.
Boom, boom.
Hashtag blessed.
That's her turn.
Great, Saru.
That's 60. He would go out again. And he'll yell at it. I told you that was far enough. Do that little doohickey. Okay.
Mentally strong.
That's the first save it's going to make. That's fine.
Mentally strong. Anything else, Saru?
No.
Fallen.
Swinging twice with advantage.
Let's move the light just in case. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll hit.
Und de.
Oh yeah.
That's what he did.
Those will hit. Saru. Or Xerxes. Saru again.
Am I at normal?
You are not. You're still affected.
Still at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he will reload and fire at disadvantage.
Hey, I like that.
Hey.
You love to see it.
I was rolling rocks if I wasn't at disadvantage.
Yeah.
This thing would be toast.
Even so, 23, 24. My word. Anything else?
Yeah, he's gonna try and save.
Well,
Try being the operative word.
You get pluses? Does he get a plus in it? No, Dvalin's gone.
Not anymore. Dvalin's gone.
12. 12 will fail. By 1.
I'm charismatic, guys.
If only. Clavius. Love it. 12. But it has a -2. Let me see. To its AC because it's slow. That will just miss.
It's also stunned.
Stun does not affect its AC.
Yeah, he already had advantage.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Because he included it already.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that will not hit. And then the shadow vanishes. Beautiful. Great. Beautiful. Isabel.
Isabel will attempt to reaffirm her clutch Binky hand.
Can't stop. Just can't stop.
Don't think that hits.
12 does not.
And well, then with the other hand, motion the glass blade to do another flourish and attack.
You do have advantage though, still
Okay.
until the
Yeah,
end
that's
of your
right.
turn. So roll that one
That's-
again.
Is that all attacks?
It says attacks. Yeah, the
Okay.
creature attack rolls
I
against the
thought-
creature.
Okay. For some reason I was thinking range was different.
I thought so too, but right now that's what it says, and we're rolling with it.
Okay.
Just enough. That'll hit with its decreased AC from slow.
Oh wow.
That
Nice.
will hit.
Nice.
So the 15.
Yep. Thanks
Okay.
to Saru. Boom.
And the other one.
Oh,
No 6
my
points of
word.
necrotic.
And then it is not stunned any longer. It's not feeling great. And it is Steven's turn. What you got? A little crossbow action.
Little crossbow action.
It is still slowed. That will hit.
Love it.
It is its turn. I think it saves against slow at the end of its turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. First thing it will do. Well, it has to do eye raise. So that's the only way it gets multiple things. Because they all count as one. One. Okay. Does not love that. Does not love that roll. Saru,
Mm-hmm.
charisma save. You save against the ray that slams into you. Vaughn. Strength saving throw.
+1.
+1. Easily save. I don't think anything else happens to you. And Isabel.
Yep.
Intelligence. Saving throw. Boom. Rocks, baby. You each save.
Hot dice. Ride the hot hands.
Well, those were ideal targets for those specific saves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Hey, rolling, baby. I mean, +2 int. Not the best, but fucking rolling. Got him. And it is on his go. It is.
You gonna roll?
Let me roll the slow. What is it? A whiz.
Yeah.
Still slowed. Still slowed. Ride that lowered AC. Just pounding away.
That's your turn.
Through.
Same thing. Ooh.
There you go. Then it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Spoiler alert, probably won't be making an attack roll if it gets to that point. Dvalin.
Olin will make 2 attacks against it.
Yeah, you will. That will hit. That will also hit. Dvalin. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
He hits it once, and then seeing a weakened spot, and it's behind. He will. Oh goddamn! What's the word? He will flavor. That's what he will flavor. Drop his shield and flavor. Take a 2-handed swipe at its willing and ready behind. Split wide open. Furthermore, with the second attack. And those on the front side of the creature will see his axe work its way through. And then he kind of like appears, pushing his way from its inside.
So you're Ace Ventura pooping out a rhino.
Basically.
Okay.
But
As-
think more axes
Okay.
than stuff.
Dvalin's silvered axe carves through the front of this thing. You see it pierce from behind through this milky white blind eye, and just this splatter of blood and guts and just fluids kind of slinks to the floor as Dvalin barrels forward through this thing. And for the first time in like what feels like 3 episodes, you are officially out of combat for the time being. And let's just take a quick break. I don't know if Connor's bouncing at this point.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
I got it.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for showing.
Please get me out alive.
You're in the bubble. You're safe.
And let's take a quick break. I know I need to pee. Be right back.
The whisper function. I did it backwards.
See, there you go. Yeah, it'll pop up with like a selection,
I
so you'll be
did
able to.
test first. Like, no.
There you go. Smart man right there. Testing first.
All right.
Well, as I chomp on a pretzel, as Anna vaporizes in the mist, not disintegrated by a disintegration ray, rather decorporealizing. I don't know how to say that. Showing up for an important moment, taking 10 points of damage, it looks like.
Probably
Doing-
self-inflicted.
Doing some work, surviving. You have a quiet moment in this darkened tunnel. What do you do?
The black ooze and stuff fades from Isabel's hands and eyes.
Steve will kind of look at her and go, "We will address that at a later time. In the meantime, so can we leave now? Because he'll look. It looks like I can see the behold door is still open.
Yeah, the door behind you is still open.
They tell us what they saw in the next chamber? Because we only saw like that fog cloud, right? That fog gate.
That's up to them. But yeah, you only saw the kind of fog.
I'm gonna call it a fog gate. Yeah, did we get told what was inside there? From those who saw.
Nick, Saru.
Yeah, I mean, Anna decorporealized, so she
Yeah.
just.
Or Xerxes can just flat out ask, what was the deal with the
Yeah, there you
fog?
Oh,
What was that?
Yeah. What was beyond the doors?
I would basically just portray. It's a lot of fog. It's a giant vertical tunnel. There's some weird orbs along the wall.
they seem to be quite tall. Was it 8 feet? 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Nearly half as wide round. Hundreds of them, perhaps more. Not sure. I noticed the water stopped. When I opened the door, it was like there was an invisible barrier of some kind.
Is it possible by defeating the creature that whatever lied beyond the room is no longer there and Mountainheart remains?
Not sure. If you'd have seen what we'd seen, though, you might seem to think that the creature's a lot smaller than whatever lies beyond that door.
Well, I don't think that was it. Since it returned from wherever I sent it,
And the dwarves didn't
But-
change.
yeah, that means its home plane is here. It was born here.
It's another pawn of some evil we're fighting. Can I do an Arcana check? Because I'm assuming it's still just lying there.
Oh, it's just lying there.
Yeah, can I make a check to see if I know what it is?
Absolutely.
Arcana or something else?
Arcana.
Okay. And I don't know if it'll help the DC, but Steven, we knew it looked like a beholder. We saw it was shooting rays, and so yeah, he's thinking about that in that family. Take advantage of.
The closest you can get is beholder, but something's wrong with it.
Okay.
Looking at the fact that there's the eyes on the top, a beholder generally has more eyes. Another thing that stands out is the milkiness of the white eye, and there was apparently no anti-magic ray, or at least didn't use it, which you wouldn't really know why. But then the tentacles hanging below it, these 4 thick tentacles, a beholder does not have those. So this is obviously some kind of, and the tentacles remind you of the creature you saw outside a little bit, like it was a tentacled creature. Like there are definite connections there that make this thing kind of stand out in a way that doesn't, it's not a beholder. There's something about it that is different, changed, strange. But that's, you can't identify it.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, should we go before more things come? I'm out of my fireball beads, so
This may be beyond us. May have to go back.
Is it not worth at least looking beyond the door? Perhaps that's where the dwarfs are, encased in those oval things. We know that there are dangers that lurk on our way back out. We could confirm that it could actually be safe to stay here and rest for a time being if we looked again.
I say this anecdotally, but most of the time we either pop out of the lava or pop out of the rocks and not eggs.
Come again, Dvon?
Well, when a daddy dwarf eats a nice piece of obsidian.
I literally couldn't understand you. So that's Steven meant that in the actual, like, say that again.
Just being very cheeky.
I love it.
Just mean that last time I checked, dwarves couldn't fly, and they clearly came from, they came from that room. Where else could they come from?
Oh, yes. Nope.
I don't. Go ahead.
Can you give us like a 30-minute head start?
Yeah, like, why are we tempting fate here, guys?
What? If we crack it open and it's a beholder and we get TPK'd, you know what? That was a GG.
Choices of D&D are at your fingertips.
Well,
I'd like to imagine a 1,000-foot tall column of dwarf babies and eggs. I just can't picture that out of 100 times there's anything less than a one time that there's good things inside those eggs than not.
so entertaining that we leave, what's our plan for leaving? Because we still have to deal with the door if we try and leave.
If Vaughn and Clavius take off their heavy armor, they should be able to make it, right? Well, I think the issue more was, I don't know if you want to stop the clock on whatever's behind the scenes, Michael, but yeah. Well, it's about to get super meta. That the problem is, like, we can go 25 feet, but then we need to go up to get out of range of the second floor eyes. Like, that's the goal as far as I understand it, because we take a turn. If we take a turn in range of those, we could get stunned or something. But if we go up, then we're able to swim above the sight line, so to speak, until we're out of range. Because that tunnel leading up to the door was like 400 or 500 feet long. I think it was really long. I don't think it covered the holder covers all of it. So we can basically just swim above it till we get to the vertical shaft and get out.
So we just got one iffy turn.
And not even if I'm understanding the math right of if they take the heavy armor off, then they won't have they'll be able to dash and swim.
And I mean, can we get out of its range after one turn of the ice? Because we exit on the second level, right?
We exit on the second floor. It's not getting out of range. As far as I understand, it's getting out of sight. Because remember, it's the.
And we can do that on our first turn out.
I think so.
Okay.
Bag of holding. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we can do that too. Because Steven could pop the hut on the eastern door basically just give us a little staging area if something does come through the western door wall. And
Well, then let's go ahead and do that. I've like set up the hut down at the eastern door, and maybe while we take a peek beyond the door again, if we decide to, maybe we should try and take another short rest, or because that last one wasn't completed, right?
no,
So just, I don't know who gets refreshment off of a short rest, but any sort of rest might help at this point. Because if we have one bad turn of going out that door, people go down.
well, we have health potions.
Yeah. But
Can I just make my? I just want to make my my point for a different thing, because Xerxes is very concerned about Mountainheart, what's going on, the evil. Not a fan of that, and obviously he selfishly is very excited about dwarven technology, so he's pretty in it to win it for that reason. On one side, we have a door that is known to kill us. On the other side, we have pink mist. If nothing else, it seems worth it to just look out the door, see what's going on. Maybe it's changed. Maybe it's an illusion. Maybe we get some information about what the heck's been going on here. If at worst, something nasty comes after us, we're in the same position we already were, and we can run, and that's okay. It just seems worth it to at least try.
Yeah. We've got 10 minutes before the next hut goes up, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, that's his piece. He's not normally the pushy one, but I'm just trying to explain the logic here.
I also think, like, if we came down here and we didn't even at least look or try and get glean some sort of information from the next room, I was like, then everything coming down here was a waste. And, at least make our efforts worth a little bit. Is my thought. Peak.
I know Saru's down to peak. He's always down to peak. I would imagine Dvalin is concerned about his kin. I get Steven's concerns. Clavius is, brooding or something with the shadow. I have no idea what you're thinking there. Well, I've got no clue.
Either way, in the meantime, Steven is going to drop the hut, Michael, and he is going to, if y'all want to do this, that is fine. Please wait until I get the hut back up at the other end of the hallway. So myself and whoever wants no business with this evil can, be in there. And so Steven's going to walk that away. I don't know if anyone's going to follow him or not. I don't have to move all the way there at the moment if you don't want me to, Michael. But Steven, you're muted.
Feel free to put yourself exactly where you want the hut if you're going to start casting the hut.
Okay. And my beholder is still open?
Yeah, I mean, you just see black and you see those white orbs.
Yep.
But yeah, it is open. The stone is open.
Cool. And I'm going to put it, you know what I mean, right up that I want to be able to exit into water.
Dope.
Steven will start casting his ritual.
What's everybody else doing? I see Clavius has followed Steven.
So I want to take a look.
As this ritual finishes, your protection from evil and good will vanish, FYI.
Yeah. 10 minutes will obviously be up.
Yes. But for now, what are my Western folk doing?
Isabel wanted to look briefly at the thing, the mind witness.
Roll a Arcana, investigation, possibly medicine check. Different answers for different rolls. You only get one.
Let's just do what she does best.
Hey. So this thing before you, as far as you can tell,
Is the eye still intact?
the eye is absolutely not, as Dvalin came through it from behind, splitting it in two. Its milky white juices are kind of everywhere. But Isabel, like, this is, you know of beholders, you know what they're like. Thank you. Hashtag milky white juices. Hashtag the burn. It's obviously beholder kin. You can tell that much. But it's nothing you can identify as a creature of its own. Like, it's almost as if it's mutated, evolved, maybe. The fact that its eyes are blind is odd. It looks somewhat sickly, and the tentacles are a very strange addition. Most beholders do not have, and kind of digging through the tentacles, likely because of its slowed nature, it was not able. But you actually see this lamprey-like mouth underneath the tentacles. Beholders have these big mouths full of sharp teeth, but this has like this essentially like lamprey-like beak, like an octopus would, which is very strange. There are elements of this that remind you of the creature that you encountered outside, mixed with a beholder. It is absolutely not a creature of nature, nor is it fully of the far realm as you may have expected, as your banishment brought it back here, which if it was a beholder, you would expect it to be from the far realm, and that your banishment would have banished it. But the fact that it came back here, and looking at it, the fact that it looks like it's been mutated in some ways, kind of like leads you to believe, yes, it has been born here in some fashion.
Can you tell at all how, it's probably a stretch, but can she tell at all like how old it is?
How what? Sorry.
Old it is, like if it's seen like weathering and aging or anything like that.
Yeah, with that roll, I mean, it doesn't look old in the sense that like any creature that you've naturally encountered looks when it ages. It looks fairly young in that sense, but you're also not 100% sure as far as like beholders go. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look old,
Okay.
Decrepit, or anything like that. You would, if you were thinking of this as just like some creature you encountered, you would likely notate it as young looking, but then again, you're not 100% sure.
Right, just because
of its
completely alien.
Its alien nature. Yeah.
Okay. That's all. We open the door.
What else, my friends?
Can Xerxes do an investigation of the corpse?
Of
or
the
nah?
what?
Of the corpse or nah?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Just trying to see like any kind of, because he doesn't necessarily care so much about its like genealogy
Sure.
or anything, but any kind of like keys or like I don't know. I don't even know how these things work. Maybe he's got,
Sure.
you know what I'm looking for, like something that would be out of place on his person.
Roll investigation. You watch Isabel for a while, and then you kind of poke about it. Everything that you're seeing looks natural is not the right term, but
nothing is standing out.
Yeah, everything looks of
it.
Yeah. And you're fairly certain it's not. It doesn't have anything else. You may have heard like some beholders are known to wear rings on their eye stalks or something. There's nothing like that here.
Gotcha. Then he'll just call out to Dvalin and offer his help in opening the door when Steven's done with his hut.
So Steven is very far away, so you're likely not 100% sure. I guess the light is on, so that's good. You will see the hut go up. So there you go. I forgot Clavius had that badass torch. See, Clavius? You can hold torches. No rolls required.
Ouch.
I had to get him, So you guys waiting for the hut to go up before you open the door? Is that the plan?
Yeah. Isabel will pick up the light rock.
Beautiful. Let me just put it on you. One day they'll fix this damn thing. I guess it's easy to just click those things. That work? Yeah. Dvalin, are you helping with the door once the hut goes up?
Yeah, he'll up with the door.
Beautiful. So I'll put Zertz and Dvalin up there. I don't know which one of you wants to roll it, but you have advantage basically with the other one's help. So whoever has that higher athletics is going to want to. 10 minutes will pass, and the hut will go up right now. And the door will be pulled open. At that point,
Steve, hang on real quick.
Yeah.
Clavius, are you taking off your heavy armor? Okay. Just checking. You're good.
You see much of what I described earlier. Find yourself at the edge of a precipice. The space you've entered is like the interior of a massive stone tower, cylindrical room about 100 feet across. It's dark, but it's also illuminated by this phosphorescent, pinkish, purple, bluish light. You can see much further than you normally would in this dark and low light conditions due to this ultraviolet-esque light. And looking up or down, you are greeted with essentially the same thing, nearly 300 vertical feet of space as this tower-like structure both descends and ascends into what could be mist-shrouded oblivion. The entire space has this subtle shroud of whitish, pinkish mist. It's only when peering up or down that it is kind of the most visible at the edges of your vision. And as I said before, there are thousands of these large spheroids, these whitish egg-like shapes that seem all around the walls of this place, spaced out 5 feet very evenly, both up and down.
Sort of perplexed. Oh, I was going to call you over. I wasn't sure if you were here. And just ask, like, is it possible that this was like a door to another plane? If this is an illusion, like Clavius was saying, like what could possibly explain what we're looking at? Because it almost certainly is not Mountainheart.
Not sure. So there's no walkway out there at all.
Make a perception check.
Oh, okay. From like the door, that is.
Mm-hmm. Looking kind of up and down and around these edges, you see no like physical walkways that you can make out. I don't know why that popped up. There's apparently a quick key for turn order. I gotta figure what that was. It's like B or B is apparently jukebox. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, you see no physical walkways or anything like that.
She kind of holds the light rock in her hand and kind of gestures whether or not she should, or like that she's going to throw it through. And unless either of them kind of give a shrug to no, then she will just toss it in, see what happens.
You throw the rock in, it just arcs up into the air and then starts falling, and you can see the light cascading in it. It glows, kind of refracting in all of these spheroids as it falls down. You can see it just like reflecting in all of them, and it continues to go down and down, and then eventually hits that kind of like area about 300 feet where the mist kind of like overtakes everything beyond it. You see this dim glow in the mist for a few seconds, and then it vanishes from sight.
It's an illusion. It's a very good illusion.
Do you sense any kind of magic coming from it?
I mean, I don't really, I'm not able to sense magic naturally. Does it emanate any sort of just aura, strange aura on its own?
Other than these like kind of like glowing lights, these like strange lights, there's nothing.
Might be a better question for Stephen, but I don't think we're going to get him over here.
Xerxes, as you kind of gaze out, looking at this place, there's something familiar about it. Almost as if you've seen it before. Then you realize that you have seen something similar to this in a vision that you had in Volmer's chambers. You see this large column shrouded by this mist. Looks like a tower now that you're looking into it, but you're inside. And there's this feeling as you're kind of looking in it, like almost as if you've experienced this place before, like almost as if you've been here. It's like this strange, familiar feeling, but it is very similar to the whispers that you had in your head. Like it's not a very welcome feeling. Like you're not one you're very keen on.
Does it also remind me of like the tower that we destroyed?
Roll an intelligence check. As you like look around and like are trying to link things together in your mind, and you have this like memory basically of being here before, although you're certain you've never been here, but you've experienced it through this vision, trying to connect it back to Bray, looking at these orbs and then kind of seeing how they're affixed to the walls with these like strange black tendrils. As you kind of get closer, there is something that reminds you of the construction of the tower beneath Bray. the smooth stone, some of the angles of some of the designs. There is something here that is reminding you of the Tower Beneath Bray.
He would share with, well, this wouldn't necessarily mean a ton to Dvalin just because he wasn't here, but he'd share with Dvalin and Isabel, that he felt like he'd seen this before in the vision from the fight with Lord Valmer, and that there does seem to be elements that remind him of the tower back in Bray.
Can Isabel make another light? And wants to see if she can get a closer, or just look more intently at the eggs, like things, the pods.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Kind of looking at the one that's the closest one to you.
Yeah, just the closest one. Just gonna guidance yourself.
So with that, you note that it, like, this closest one to you on the right, there's also one on the left side of the door. So either one, you can see more clearly kind of how they're anchored to the wall. And it is anchored with these somewhat familiar looking, like, inky black tendrils. And they just kind of appear to emerge from the stone and kind of grasp on to the rear of these egg-shaped whatever they are. And they're just, like, kind of holding on to these spheroids. The surface of them is, like, incredibly smooth. And 14. It's white, but you kind of note from looking at this closer one that it almost looks like it's, like, fogged over, or that there's maybe some, like, cloudy mist inside. It's hard to tell exactly without being able to get much closer, but you're at this ledge, so it's kind of almost just out of reach.
Xerxes, do you remember that womb we came across in the town with all the statues?
I do. It was demon lords or some such thing.
Oh, sorry, I meant the one before that. The one that had the weird circulatory systems and whatnot. There was one that was a blank humanoid, and then the others just were, there was a skeletal, muscular, so forth.
Vaguely. That seems like your thing.
Right. Well, we didn't get a look at it too much because the tower went down. But all that was of the human system, human anatomy. And why would they have such detailed, more detail than I've seen in plenty of books in Kestrel Academy of human anatomy? Unless they were trying to recreate it in some fashion. And maybe that's what they're doing here.
It could be.
That one that we took capture when we ran into the unseen, he said he was born here 2 years ago.
I do know of easier and more fun ways to create a human being.
He's got to wink at Isabel when he says that, right?
No, he was absolutely not hitting on her. I want to make that very
Very
clear.
deadpan.
Since I got the
I'm gonna walk back to the hut.
oh man.
But in seriousness, he will say, well, if you think that they may be creating humans or doing something with the pods, it may be worth just taking a peek in there.
Where were we supposed to step?
Perhaps our Tabaxi and his long arms could help. Saru!
Yeah, he's just been sitting on the ground this whole time.
I can't see that far back.
I can't either.
Yeah, at your call, he would get up and come running.
Saru,
Yeah.
we'd love your help in investigating one of these odd-shaped ovals. Do you think you may be able to open one of them if we give you some tools?
I could potentially climb up on one, I think, yeah.
And by tools, I mean my dagger. And he'll just kind of hold it out to him.
He'll just kind of nudge your hand away and goes, I got one of my own. I wouldn't want to lose yours or break it.
Isabel
Good
would
point,
put
good
her
point.
hand on Suru's shoulder and give him guidance.
Nice.
So you got 1d4 to add to a skill check.
Yeah. So, do these walls look climbable?
Yeah, absolutely. They look like cobblestone, basically like stone, stacked stone.
Okay. I'm going to take out the rope in my bag, and I am going to tie one end around me, and I'm going to hand the other end to Dvalin
Dope.
and ask him to hold it. Please?
Please.
Hold the rope or hold the door?
We'll see.
Xerxes can hold the door.
Hold the door.
And I guess I will climb up the wall towards...
So the closest two pods, there's one on the right and one on the left. Which one do you want to go to?
if I'm walking out of the door, because which door is open? The left one or the right one or both?
Both.
Okay.
Technically.
We'll go to the one on the right.
Okay. As you kind of slowly climb out and make your way over towards the pod, like there's this strange sense of vertigo as you kind of go out, and looking up, it almost feels as if you can fall that way. Looking down, it almost feels you can fall that way. There's no general difference to you when you look up and when you look down. Like when you're out there outside the door, like your sense of direction is like suddenly kind of feels immediately strange, immediately confusing. But you're able to maneuver over the just the 5 feet to that large spheroid to the right of the door. What is it that you want to do?
So I want to do an investigation check, I suppose.
Okay.
Just on like what the outer shell of it
Sure.
looks like.
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Why can't I read?
Awesome. So as you're kind of like right up against this thing, now kind of looking at it, and it almost looks glassy. It looks so smooth. And you're kind of looking at it as you're hanging on to the wall with one claw and just like investigating this thing. And being this close to it, you're getting a bit more than what you would have got from further away. And you're able to touch it and put your hand upon it. And as you kind of brush your furry hand like over this hard glassy surface, it's almost as if you're in like a window or a mirror fogs, you're able to kind of like and the fog where your hand is, you can see a difference in it almost looks clear right where you just kind of like wiped your paw across it.
If I continue wiping it, does it continue to clear up, or is it just...
Yeah, in that area, you can continue to kind of make it a larger, clearer area.
So could I basically keep rubbing or wiping off whatever it is until I can see through it? Or until it just
you feel like
stops?
you feel like you would be able to see through it if you get like put your face close and look at it.
Let's take a gander.
Roll perception.
Oh my god.
That is enough. Looking inside, Saru, you see what looks to be a form. Dark, obscured. But as you kind of look closer, your eyes adjusting, seeing through this kind of foggy interior, you begin to make out the clear shape of what can only be a dwarf. Wearing what appears to be somewhat older, maybe outdated merchant's clothing. Is a long dark beard that appears to be graying a bit at the ends. And his eyes are wide open, and he's just staring blankly forward.
How far away is the capsule to next to it?
So if you were to go around it, it's about 5 feet on the other side. There's also one about 5 feet above it. There's also one about 5 feet below it. And then there's one on the other side of the door as well. It's like it's a grid. I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, can I get to the one next to it? Like, I continue on?
Yeah, you'd have to go around the thing. It would be harder to go around it than it would be to go up or down. You could go around it, but if you're around it, the people at the door would not be able to see you, as it would obscure their view to you.
Then I will go up to the one above it and
Beautiful.
essentially do the same thing.
As you kind of take the time to climb up carefully and then start to rub at the same kind of level as the previous, this one also appears to have a dwarven shape inside. This one, a dwarven man, darker skin. His clothes appear to be that of like a miner, like a mine worker. It is stained with dark soot, charcoal, wears heavy boots, and a jet black beard that is kind of braided.
I want to drop down to the first one I looked at.
Okay.
And I want to stab the top of it with the dagger.
Roll and attack roll. As you plunge your dagger down into the top, Valen, Xerxes, and Isabel, you all like kind of peering over, see Saru plunge this dagger in, and you see the top of this thing, much like just a potion bottle dropping to the floor. You see the glass just completely shatter. Like it starts at the top and it just quickly ripples down in this spider web, and you see this mist kind of emerge from the outside, and then this shape, a dwarf, slowly fall forward and into the tunnel, into the cavern, falling down quickly. And then you look down and you see the mist part as he falls into it. And a few seconds later, doom, doom, doom. You hear the sound of metal on metal in rhythmic pattern, echoing from somewhere far below.
You should come back, Saru.
Yeah, I'd go back. And the whole time just be like, I didn't mean for him to fall in. Didn't mean for the whole thing to break. But there are definitely more of them.
Sound does not stop.
Did Isabel see that it was a dwarf that fell?
Absolutely, yeah. He was like basically standing there as the thing shattered around him and you saw it, and then just like slowly leaning forward and then fell into oblivion.
Do you guys want to try to free the other one and catch it?
Yeah. I think we should go back to Stephen.
I can neither confirm nor deny any relation I might have to whatever the hell that just was. But I don't like it.
If we stick around, maybe we can see where these dwarven soldiers are coming from. How in the world are they getting up here?
Maybe.
Can I sit on the ledge and do my feet dangle down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your ass is wet
So there's not an invisible floor.
and your feet are not. Yeah, your
That
feet
water
just dangle.
clearly just stops.
Just stops at the edge, yeah.
Well, I know, but I mean, it stopped at the other door too.
Oh, yeah.
I was asking to confirm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just thinking maybe.
Can Isabel try kicking some of the water into the shaft?
Sure.
Does it move beyond like the barrier of the door?
As
The
you
frame
kind
of
of
the
like kick it and kind of like basically smudging it over, it does just pour over and drop down. Splash down.
And that grinding whatever metal sound is continuing.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like shields and spears being banged together.
Similar to the last time phalanx.
Yeah, you've heard it 3 times. This would be the 3rd time now, and it is very distinct. It sounds very much like that, but it is faint. faint but growing slowly louder from below.
Well, with more come, we should be in better position than we are now. So Isabel will start backing up.
As much as I'm sure as you all take pleasure in destroying your kin as I do, I don't know that we can continue this venture for a whole lot longer without a bit of rest.
All right. I need a nap.
I
See
don't
you, old
disagree.
man.
Are you not intrigued how they're getting up here? Do they have wings?
Quite intrigued.
Maybe there's a
wondering
magic
if I
elevator.
missed out on that spot of magic myself. But all the same, whether I wonder or whether I don't, doesn't mean that I'm not going to face whatever comes out of that tunnel into this one.
What do you want, Xerxes? You gonna wait and see?
Saru, you're the faster one.
Yeah, I can wait and see.
You can get back to us much quicker. And no offense, Xerxes.
None taken. I'll wait a ways down so I can cover your retreat, Saru.
That would be just fine.
All right.
So I will wait with the door just slightly open, trying to peek through.
Nope. What's everybody else doing?
Else will hopefully.
Don't worry about this shadow. Let me get rid of some of these dwarf bodies.
We're hiding behind them.
Yeah, you could build a wall of dwarf bodies at this point.
Good.
Oof.
I don't think.
I would say you
Colin
guys
would
should
like
get at
that.
least the halfway point.
We would need somebody. We need some light.
Do you guys want light at this end?
Yeah, if we're going to be able to cover him.
Yeah. Isabel
I
will
would.
make a new light and drop it near him.
Yeah, because I mean, if anything comes through the door, I'm just gonna end up running, and I'm gonna like dash cat speed. So I mean, I'm gonna be hella far. To the point where if you guys aren't at least halfway, I'm gonna be past you, and you guys are gonna be like, well. So yeah, I think you guys should just go at least halfway.
I think you're right.
And then
Xerxes has the range.
Well, I could pick up a light or a torch or a candle or a light coin or something too. Yeah.
Always so long, I have no clue where halfway is.
I think it's like.
It's basically to the edge of where you can see. It's almost where my little. That's close-ish.
Oh, and Michael, I don't know if you heard. Drop the light next to Saru.
Oh, nice.
Not that I'm trying to make you do more work.
Just gonna leave the light on you for right now, and throw
Okay,
one
that's fine.
down. We'll lay it out. If it'll let me. Bang!
Yeah, I can get to you guys in one turn, in one move.
And then he'll just have to sit, and then he'll be able to get to the one almost 2 turns later. All right, so you guys wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes is when Saru sees first sign of something breaking the barrier of mist about 300 feet below, as he sees, moving at a rather decent clip, a 4 across wall of a dwarven phalanx, and then behind them there are 4 more, 8 in total, and they are just rising up the center of this massive massive tower, for lack of a better term. Almost as if they're standing on some like invisible elevator, invisible lift, just slowly rising up. They're all just standing there, shields out in front of them, spears above them, just banging these 2 rows. That's what you see, Saru.
Can I ready a movement? Basically, I want to see them if they take a step forward and look like they're walking on something, or if they just kind of levitate forward.
They're 300 feet like below you right now, as you saw them.
Oh, I see.
They're just right now just rising up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. So I will sit my way over there. I will relay that. They're either floating or they're on some invisible little platform. There's also 8 of them now. But no pink thing. It's just 8 dwarfs.
Should we get ready to leave?
They're coming from below, at least. It's just... I'm not sure how far away. Well, I guess we know how long it took them to get there, so that far away.
How long, Michael, was it in between when the dwarf fell, the beating began?
It seemed almost instantaneous.
Okay.
As soon as he kind of disappeared, moves within the next, 5 to 10 seconds. Just
Okay.
started happening.
I'm afraid we've probably learned all we'll be able to. I'm certainly not afraid of 8 of them, but it's been a long morning already.
The
Probably
doors,
is time.
the doors at the end of the tunnel begin to open.
Yeah, I think you're kind of right. I think it's just a matter of if we're going to explore this, we're going to need a way to go up or down. And climbing, I don't think, is an option for most of us, as we know. And unless we can somehow find that platform, if there is a platform.
Well, let's rejoin the others and begin our retreat.
Aye, Captain.
Agreed.
I guess I could dash. That's me. Well,
They run into the hut.
Yeah.
Don't get in, just keep
hit.
hitting the side of it.
Bang right into it. Steven's like, I couldn't see you. I couldn't make it work for you. Sorry.
Maybe you should have listened to me. You know, just teenage tantrum.
I push him out of the hut.
What'd you say, Bartlett?
That's what I push him out of the hut.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here!
You can't do that, nanner.
So
he lets you
there are
in,
8
you push him out.
Yeah.
Hut dispels. Damn it.
Right. There are 8 dwarves coming. They floated up on either a platform or just magically.
You can all hear them rather clearly now.
And it looks like there are dwarves trapped in those capsules. And they are in some sort of trance, or they are dead, or something. But the capsules are breakable.
Maybe
Wait,
there's
so
something
you're
else that
only
happened here.
So you're
What was
able
that,
to free one through? You said it was breakable.
Yeah. I broke one, and then the dwarf fell into the
I was really hoping just to,
tower.
and then what happened. That's the joke I was going for. All right, so are we leaving now, or what are we doing?
We gotta leave. I don't think we can fight another 8.
One injured squid with a bunch of eyeballs. With
We're in between a rock and a hard place. We don't have much choice. Loath as I want to say it,
You know, what if
we
you
have to go back
guys
to the
all-
water.
Steven, you still have that orb, right?
Let's just leave through the water.
No, that's what I'm saying. What if all you guys go in the orb, and I carry the orb up?
We don't know what sort of situation is going to happen when we go inside the orb.
I'd move far away from you? Or we could all swim, I don't know.
Or gets hit by a
Just a thought.
paralyzed ray and just drowns. Michael uses it to just move the game
I mean,
world
at this
forward
point, if
hundreds
someone,
of years.
at this point, one person gets hit by a paralyzed ray, we're effed, so...
The sound of metal banging is getting closer and closer, and is about as loud as it was when you first entered this hallway. At this point,
Maybe they need to take their armor off.
Do we have time for that?
you would know you don't have time
Oh.
unless you're doing it, unless you're willing to wait until these dwarves are upon the edge of the hut. Because doffing armor does take time, but you are in the hut, so that's up to you.
Can people assist doff armor quicker?
Yeah, totally.
Armored folks, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, you guys swam during the encounter with the tentacled monster. You can swim. It's just 15 feet.
Don't. You would
Awesome.
get the
Where
old
was going?
college dry.
Lose Bartlett.
Yeah, we lost him.
So we're all just making a mad dash, basically, or a shadow dash. I'm down for it. I
And I can always help us rise quickly if
Right.
need be.
Because all we need, someone correct me if the logic is wrong, but once we get above the second level, we get out and we go up, the whole door never moved. It seems safe to hope that it's just part of the door. Then its eye rays can't hit. And then we just swim at that level, keep swimming high until we get to the vertical part.
So the second level is where the eye rays are.
Correct. The bottom
first
level
level's
is
the
the anti-magic
yeah.
where we won't be able to breathe.
Which is no big deal.
Yeah, we should be able to avoid that entirely, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We just have to get out of range of the eyeballs on the
Correct.
second level. Yeah. Which I don't know if we can do vertically. I think we have to get out horizontally there.
Yeah, that's why like it's a math problem of, Michael, you told me from what we know, somewhere between 20 and 30 feet of movement to the horizontal edge. And then you need to go up that 5 feet. If, Pythagorean theorem, right, you'd think you would have cover.
Yeah, and you know that the area that you're in is over 100 feet high. So you would think if you just swim to the ceiling that the only way that the eye rays would be able to get you is if you were very far out as far as visual range goes. Yeah. But even that far high, you would think that it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
For them
Yeah, so all we got to do is get 20, 25 feet out, then you go up. So it's really like if anyone can't cover, let's say 30 feet of movement with a dash, that's the issue. And that's where that's why I was worried about the heavy armored people. But Saru can do it. I can do it. Clavius can do it. It's Isabel, Xerxes, and Valen. I don't know what your movement is.
Isabel's is normal.
Same.
She doesn't have heavy armor.
But we don't, since we don't have a swim speed, it's half our movement for normal.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
12 and a half.
Well, it sounds like we'll meet up with Arthur soon anyways.
It's cold-blooded.
So option A, we go for it,
Isabel.
and
That's good.
try and survive the rolls. Option B, we pop some space in the bag of holding, throw Valen in there. We could do the sphere that has a million question marks, though, so I'd rather not do that. I'd rather do bag of holding because we can always just refill gold in the dragon's lair.
Yeah, because we're going right back up to it.
Yes.
And we definitely left some.
Yeah.
So,
The wall of dwarves is at the edge of your vision.
all right.
Those of you with dark vision. And as soon as they get into view of the sphere, they put the spears downward.
So do we just want to lighten the bag? Throw the Valen in?
Are they at the edge of our vision, Mike? I can't see them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There's supposed to be a light down there, so we should see them.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
The light would be all the way down. It would be much further down.
We can hear them. It's fine.
It does not. Oh, that way. Like out that way. Okay, he vanishes. You cannot
Remember,
you cannot hear him
see.
or see him. But Clavius is gone. What do the rest of you do?
Well, there's no time like the present, apparently. Dvalin, are you going to be okay?
Help me.
What'd you say?
I'm in the back.
Oh, okay.
That was the hold breath, I'm guessing.
Yep.
So dump what we need to out of the bag.
Yeah.
Well, the bag of holding has stuff in it.
Yeah, we know.
While Clavius is gone, rounds are ticking by for Clavius.
We take turns. Heaving
How
gold.
about, what are we throwing out? Gold?
I assume just gold.
Hang on, I'm pulling it up. Hang on.
Or is there like
Sorry.
anything heavy, quick?
Yeah, what gold's probably the heaviest, right?
I don't know what's in your bag.
I mean, there might be like a set of armor or something in there.
I know that it is very full. That's
Yeah.
what I know.
So my weight is at 71, so I don't know if I can stuff my pockets, but I probably can with some of that. I'm just saying. Inventory management's not my thing, but if someone tells me.
If you will do that, it will take more time. Every second you spend here is another. Every 6 seconds you spend here is another 6 seconds that Clavius is outside doing whatever it is that he's doing, and we'll get to that. But it's happening after we complete this portion.
Can you tell me how much does gold weigh?
I can. A calculator.
Vaughn, how much do you weigh?
Never ask a dwarf his weight.
500 gold pieces is 10 pounds.
So 5,000 is 50. Right.
I don't know if we can shovel that much.
Yeah, I think it's probably just best if we just.
Go.
Yeah.
YOLO.
See you, boys.
All right, so we're all dashing, mad dashing.
Mad dash.
I'm not
One,
worth my weight in gold.
hang on. Before everyone goes, if it's possible, should we try and time it so Isabel can cast Levitate?
That'll work.
Because that way we would just...
So
Or
Isabel
should we
goes
just go?
last.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be out of breath trying to climb my way to the top.
That sounds fair. I'm okay with that. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Splash.
As you all jump through, Clavius, we have a number of rounds to settle. As you go out and realize you can't communicate with those beyond, and after a few seconds pass, you don't see anyone coming. I'm going to put everyone on this page real quick, just because it's easier to deal with. Everyone at once, but for now, it's just Clavius. As you enter the watery depth, Clavius, what do you do? Make a perception check. Clavius, as you exit the door, call your shadow. All you see is a darkened doorway behind you. You see no eyeballs. You see nothing. As you bamf kind of out of range and quickly kind of try to make sure that you're just not in the view of anything. You wait 2 minutes before everyone else comes out. And as suddenly as you all come out and kind of start swimming rapidly, hastily, trying to make your way to the edge, glancing over your shoulders, you all also note that there are no eyes behind you. And moments later, you start to hear as the doors start to scrape behind you, and then eventually boom, shut. And you are 1,500 feet below a dragon's lair, breathing water. So aim to swim up.
Yeah, let's
Out
get out of
and
here.
up.
Yeah,
Yep, out and up.
back to the lair.
Yep.
Beautiful. You swim through this place. It's dark, as I said before, as dark as it's been, it's not been touched by light. And you're swimming up and
Past water walk when they get to the.
oh, I love it. So as you get over there and cast water walk, you all start slowly or quickly kind of hurtling towards the surface. I think like 60 feet around, if I remember right.
60 feet around, yeah.
So as if Featherfall was cast on you and you were falling, instead you're now going upwards, which is super cool. Up to 10 willing creatures. So all of you start going to the surface. And as you're halfway through this tunnel, like 750 feet up, you can start to see this kind of glowing orb of light above you. And that's your first reminder, like, oh yeah, it's like noon. And this cavern is kind of illuminated by this large door. So you slowly start rising up. Let me start moving your things.
Figured everyone was tired. They could use an easy ride up.
Yeah, nobody wants to swim, as is fair. And you slowly start rising up, and you can see just with the light kind of glowing off of Isabel's, I think, rock lantern, whatever she has at this point. It's just kind of like glowing as you guys are moving up this, vertical shaft. And then finally, you can see the surface kind of rippling above you, and you kind of splash out and then kind of on top of the water, and you're standing there looking down, looking up, and then you kind of look outward towards the stairs. Around you is all the treasure that you hadn't got yet, and upon the stairs is a sight you probably didn't expect to find. 3 dwarves stand on the stairs. One of them has his hand upon the shoulder of Sarah, who is on her knees and tied up, gagged. The dwarf closest to you looks like this. Looks at you all. Greetings, friends. My name is Storvin Orhart. I love my city, and I want to see it return to the glory it deserves. I seek vengeance upon those who would attempt to beguile and enslave my brothers. The heart of the mountain will beat once more if I have anything to say about it. And gods be damned, I will. My friends, you have the next 30 seconds to enlighten me and my brothers here to who exactly you are and what you are doing here, or I'll be forced to execute this lovely elf. And he motions back to the dwarf that has his arm on Sarah. And then we'll just have to dispatch the group of you back to the depths of the cave where you once were just birthed from. Stop talking. And please, for the love of Alfred, show some emotion. And then the scene fades to black. And that is where we start next week.
What was his first name?
Storvin. Bada bang.
We
Bada
did it.
boom. Already calculated it. That includes Connor because he was here. You hear that,
Real
Connor?
reason he came.
You hear that? Wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say is wow.
Is that what we got?
Yep. 1229.
That's it.
It. That's it? What, you want another $8,000 or whatever?
Yes.
How about just like another 300 and change?
Is that all you need?
Yeah.
Dwellin's been trying to rest for the last for the last 5 encounters.
And leveled up for the last several sessions. The opportunity to level up.
Yeah, just keep building on it. Just keep on building on it.
We left Sarah and Colt with Emil, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They went back
That's
to the airship.
That sucks for Colt. That's BS. Just NPC get killed off screen like that. What a tragedy.
Oh no, he's dead. Emil's probably dead.
Who's to say?
What a
don't know.
tragedy. Colt's a good kid.
Maybe Emil grabbed Colt and ran away.
Sorry about your tattoos.
Oh yeah. That sucks.